Alright, in this video I'm going to test the overclock ability of the 5060 Ti 16GB card. I will be using Blender to do these tests, and we're going to start off with the core clock set to 0 overclock and the memory set to 0. Now I did turn the power limit up to 110%, but we're not even going to reach 100% because it has like 175 watt TDP, and I suspect it will be less than 120. Alright, let's go ahead and let me show you the GPU, optics, 5060 Ti. All right, render image, and this is completely stuck right here. And here are my stats. Let me reset this. And this right here will tell us what the maximum power draw was. All right, took 1 minute and 1 second. So that's basically 61 seconds. All right, now let's change this up to, let's say let's go to plus 50. All right, click apply, and just to make sure I don't lose any of this screen capture, I'm going to stop the recording between each one. That way I don't lose what I've already recorded. I'm stopping. All right, now I'm back, and it's set to plus 50. And we're going to try this one more time. Let me bring this back over, reset, render image. Now, I would not expect plus 50 to make much of a difference, maybe a second. And I'm assuming we'll probably be able to get to plus 300 pretty easily. And the moment it crashes, because I'm not going to raise voltages or anything like that, I'm just going to go the very basic of overclocking. And the moment it crashes the first time, I'm not going to try to correct for it. You know what I mean? I don't want to mess up my card. I'm still only pulling like 103 watts, which is good. 59 seconds. So it trimmed basically 2 seconds off. All right. Reset. Change this to plus 100, plus 100. Enter. Apply. And let's set on plus 100. Render image. 96 watts. 97. 100. 103. Right now, it pretty much looks like we're getting more clock out of it without having to put more power into it, or at least nothing significant. 106 watts. Like I said, it has 175 watt TDP, so we're good. And temperatures are nice, 56 degrees. All right, 59 seconds, what no difference. File, save, reset, plus 150, enter, apply, and all right, set to plus 150, render image. 99 watts, 101 watts. 104. All right, well, I might as well round, say 105 watts on that. Now that took 57, I'm going to say 58, being that it's only 1/100th of a second off. 58. File, save, reset, plus 200, plus 200. Whoop. All right, apply, and we'll give this a whirl at plus 200. Render image. Still, there's no significant increase in power consumption. The performance is changing a little bit. And you can see the clock speeds because stock is 27 something. Oh, 108 watts. I wonder if it's going to, oh, 109. It might end up breaking 110. So it looks like about the plus 200 mark is where it's really starting to have to put a little bit more power into it to make it work. 57 seconds. All right, now reset this. We'll go to plus 250, enter, and then apply. And we'll give this a whirl. Render image. 104 watts. And keep in mind, I am using this 5060 Ti to do the screen capture as well. 107 watts. 108. 108 watts, not bad. And that's 56 seconds. Reset, and we'll set this to plus 300. Click apply, and we'll give this a test at plus 300. Render image. 105 watts. 109. I think that's the highest we've had so far. It's still only 56 degrees. I don't think we're going to get over 110 on this one. All right, 56 seconds, but it's at the bottom end of 56. At this point, I think we're hitting the point of diminishing returns. I want to go up to 350, and if it doesn't drop to 55, I'm going to call it quits there. Plus 350, enter, apply, reset. Let's give this a whirl at plus 350, render image. This will, if it's successful, it'll probably drop down to 55 seconds. If it still shows 56, I'm not going to overclock it anymore because that means we've hit the point of diminishing returns where you're not really getting any extra performance out of it. I mean, even my memory temps are very low. All right, 55 seconds. So it did improve some. All right. Well, let's go ahead and try the plus 400. It'll either work or it won't. Plus 400, enter. And let me click save on this so I don't lose my data. And render image. And hopefully it won't crash. Because most of the GPUs I've tried doing something like this on, usually around plus 400 is where it crashes. But I'm not much of an overclocker either. Most of the time I do a little underclocking, especially like with my 3080 Ti. I underclocked it, saved a lot of power, saved a lot of heat, and didn't really lower performance hardly at all. 54 seconds. I tell you, that's as far as I'm going to go on that. 54. I'm not going to try 450 and 500. It might work, but somebody else, they can try that with their hardware. I'm not going to try it. All right, now let's see, 61 to 59, 59, 58, 57. I think I'm going to start at plus 200 for the memory tests. Well, actually, plus 250, because yeah, I think that's where it started hitting the point of diminishing returns, probably about 250. So we're going to go here and reset, change this back to plus 250, and put the memory on plus 200. And click apply. And get this set to plus 200 on the memory and plus 250 on the core. Render image. I don't have a clue if overclocking the memory will have any effects. Although I saw that it's common on these 5060 Ti's to be able to overclock the VRAM by 2000 megahertz. I ain't going that fast. I'll go up to 1000 at most, because even 1000 seems awfully high to me. 56 seconds, make no difference. We'll go up one more. If it doesn't make any difference this time, then I know the memory doesn't really make a difference when it comes to Blender. Both gaming, it probably would, but I'm not much of a gamer. So let's set this to plus 400. Click apply, file, save, and we're at plus 250 on the core and plus 400 on the memory. Render image. I kind of figured I chose this scene because it has it requires basically 8 gigabytes of VRAM, and I thought, well, maybe the overclocking of the memory would have a bigger difference on larger VRAM scenes, but it doesn't appear that that's the case. 106 watts, 108 watts. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be any quicker. Yeah, 56. So there you go. It's not any quicker when overclocking the VRAM in Blender, or at least it doesn't look like it to me, or not based on this test. And quite frankly, I didn't really think it would make a difference. But as you can see here, a mild core overclock of about 250 to 300, probably 250 being the sweet spot, is probably ideal for Blender. And we still have very good wattage, very good GPU temperatures. So I hope you found this video helpful, or at least somewhat entertaining or interesting. I guess that's it. Later, people.